is so cold outside, so we are getting ready to make one of my favorite soups. Cheddar broccoli potato soup. Oh my goodness. It is so delicious, nice and creamy, quick and easy. I am just cutting up my potatoes, and for this recipe, for once, it really doesn't matter what type of potatoes you use. They can be starchy potatoes, waxy potatoes, whatever potatoes you have on hand. Oh my goodness, it is amazingly delicious. And on a nice cold day, it's perfect. So I'm gonna bring you guys up closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Your potatoes don't have to be perfectly diced, but try to make them uniform and small bites like this so that when you put them in your soup and you're getting them on a spoon, they'll all fit on a spoon. You don't have this great big giant chunk. Okay, we are at the stove, and the first thing we're going to do is melt 3 tablespoons of butter in a heavy bottomed large pot. Once that's mostly melted, go ahead and add in your onions and garlic. I have my pot on medium-high heat. You want to saute this until they're nice and soft. Probably about 2 to 3 minutes. Now we're going to add in flour and continue to whisk for about 30 seconds. Just incorporating that flour in there. Now, as we continue to whisk, we want to slowly pour in our milk and constantly whisking. You want to continue to whisk this until it starts to thicken. To tell if it starts to thicken, take your spoon and dip it in, and if it starts to stick to the back or the front of your spoon like that, then you know your sauce is starting to thicken up, okay? Now I'm going to go in with my chicken broth and water. This is combined. Make sure you slowly pour everything in so that it won't just splatter everywhere. Give that a stir. Now you want to add in your seasonings. I'm using my Pam's Prep all-purpose seasoning. Okay, put that in there and give it a good stir. Oh my goodness, woo! It smells amazing. Now you can just let this sit here for a second or two while you drain your potatoes. Make sure you drain all the water off of your potatoes. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our potatoes. I like to add them by hand, so be careful, don't touch the liquid with your hand. You want to give this a stir and let it come up to a good simmer. Then we're going to reduce it and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Oh, this smells amazing. While your cheddar broccoli potato soup is simmering, go in every now and then and give it a good stir. You want to cook this until your potatoes are fork tender. Okay, so now our potatoes are fork tender. Just stick a fork in it and it should just break open like that. We are going to add in our broccoli. Make sure your broccoli is nice and clean. We just want to go ahead and put our broccoli in gently. And we're going to cook this until our broccoli is tender. It shouldn't take that long. I am actually using frozen broccoli, so I'm going to cook it for about 2 minutes. If you are using fresh broccoli, you may need to cook it a little bit longer. Oh my God, this smells amazing. Keep the top off and just let it continue to simmer. You can taste it at this point in time to make sure it's seasoned properly for yourself. That is delicious. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna let this simmer and we'll be back. Okay, once your broccoli is also fork tender, and now you can cook yours to the tenderness that you want. If you want your potatoes almost falling apart, continue to cook it. If you want your broccoli very, very soft, go ahead and continue to cook it. I like texture when it comes to my food, and so therefore I like to make sure I have a bite. Now that our broccoli and potatoes are tender, we're adding in cheddar cheese, okay? Make sure you take it off the heat. I still have it on this eye. My stove is off and I'm going to remove it as soon as I get this stirred in. I'm actually just still on my heat source to show you guys, okay? So I'm gonna remove it from the heat and we'll be back. Now you just want to garnish it with a few pieces of cooked and crumbled bacon, and that is strictly optional. Okay, so I'm going to serve some up, show it to you up close in the bowl so you can see how it looks. Oh my goodness. This is amazingly delicious. Ooh. Ah, if you could just smell this. Oh my goodness. Doesn't this look amazing? Last in the refrigerator at least 5 days, okay? Just put it in an airtight container and it'll be good to go. And you also can freeze it. Oh my God. You can freeze it for about maybe 3 or 4 months, a long time. It is so delicious. I'm gonna do my taste test, but before we do that, if you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my kitchen. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Take a second and hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 1.5 million subscribers. Returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back once again. Channel members, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh my goodness. This smells amazingly delicious. I'm trying to give me a small piece of broccoli in here too. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, I'm wasting. That's okay. Oh my God. Delicious. Don't forget to check out Pam's Preps for my seasonings. My other channels, Pam's POV, Pam's Pop-Ups, and at the Scaredy Cat Gardener. Okay, let's do our taste test. The potatoes still have a bite. Oh my goodness. The potatoes still have a bite. The broccoli has a bite. Now I did sprinkle some more bacon on the bowl I had. That's optional. Ooh, if you want a little heat, you can add either some red pepper flakes or grab my Pam's Prep hot and fiery. But this is amazing. You can taste the cheddar cheese. It's nice and warming when it goes down. You can feel the warmth going down. And that's what I really love about it. Thank you all so much once again, and I will see you all next time. The good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. See you next time.